Hi, welcome to Sakshi FIIT NEET Academy. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about one of the important reactive intermediate, that is carbon radical. So in our recent video lectures, we discussed about a carbocation and a carbanion. In this video, we are going to discuss about a carbon radical. So what is carbon radical and its a formation and its a stability order. So let's begin. So what is carbon radical? Carbon radical. So what is a radical? Here see, we know that about cation and anion. What is mean by cation? Simple here, the group or the element or group of elements. Example here I am taking a SO3H plus NO2 plus like a RC double bond O plus. Simple here see, these are element which having a positive charge, group of elements are polyatomic ion which having a positive charge. Here these are group of elements which are polyatomic ion which having a positive charge. These are called a cation. So what about anion? So here anion, so opposite to the cation, the group of elements or element which having a negative charge. Example here I am taking a Cl minus, now here Br minus, I minus, OH minus, polyatomic ion, that is SO4 minus 2. So element or group of elements which having a negative charge called a anion. So then what about a radical? Simple here, the element or group of elements which having a odd number of electrons. So out of all electrons, one unpair exists, remaining or exist as a bond pairs or lone pairs. So those are called a free radicals. Example here hydrogen, only one electron system, odd number of electron. Here I am taking a Cl radical. So around this chlorine we have a 3 lone pairs, 1 unpair. And example I am taking a Br radical. Around this bromine, it's a 7th group element having a 3 lone pairs and 1 unpair. 7 valence electrons. Otherwise here I am taking a carbon which is bonded with 3 hydrogens and 1 is unpaired. So such a fragments which having odd number of electrons, out of all electrons 1 is unpaired, remaining are pairs. These are called free radicals. So hope you understand well. What is radical? The element or group of elements having a odd number of electrons, and out of all 1 electron exists as a unpaired. These are called radicals. So radical, here coming to that carbon radical. Carbon radical means carbon which having a 1 unpair. That means around the carbon there are odd number of electrons. See here, carbon having a 4 valence electrons. 3 valence electrons are participated in a chemical bonding. We have a 1 unpair. So this is called a carbon radical. So what is a formation actually? In a mechanism, carbon radical forms on a bond cleavage. So here we have 2 types of bond cleavages. One is a hydrolytic cleavage, one is a homolytic cleavage. On hydrolytic cleavage, you will get a cation and a anion, positive fragment, a negative fragment, that we discussed in a previous video lectures in a carbocation and in a carbanion. So here that a carbon radical form on a homolytic cleavage. Example here I am taking a CH3 bonded to CH2. This bonded to Cl, bonded to chlorine. So here on homolytic cleavage, so homolytic cleavage possible under a photochemical condition, that is homolysis or homolytic cleavage. So here on homolytic cleavage, here I am just considering carbon to chlorine bond. This bond breaks homolytically. So for homolytic representation, we need to show half-hooked arrow. So what about these bond electrons? We have 2 bond electrons, 1 electron with a chlorine, 1 electron with a carbon. Then we will get a radical. See here, bonded electrons, these two bonded electrons are sharing equally. That means this carbon gets one electron, its own valence electron, and this chlorine gets its own valence electron. So around the carbon, 2 hydrogens, 1 carbon bond and 1 radical plus Cl radical. So this is called a free radical, which is around the carbon, called a carbon free radical. Carbon free radical. So free radical exist on homolytic cleavage under a photochemical condition, and a non-polar solvent condition, on a non-polar solvent condition. So this is a carbon radical. So this is a carbon radical. We just observe what is the structure of this carbon radical. So here carbon having a 3 bond pairs, and here we have a one unpair. See here the carbon, around this carbon in its valency shell we have a total, see, 2 electrons, 1 bond pair, 2nd bond pair, 3rd bond pair. That means 6 electrons which are exist as a 3 bond pairs, and here we have a 1 unpair. So total 7 valency electrons. And what about the hybridization? 1, 2, 3. It gives a sp2 hybridization. What about this unpair? Is unhybridized. So sp2 hybridization means, what about the geometry of this carbon radical? It's a trigonal planar. It's a trigonal planar, incomplete octet, So due to this incomplete octet unpair, that carbon radical is more reactive. And acts as a electron deficient carbon. So these are the common properties of carbon radical. We have a total 7 valence electrons. See here 2, 4, 6. These 6 are existing as a 3 bond pairs, and we have 1 unpair. Hybridization is sp2. Geometry is trigonal planar. And what about the bond angle? So bond angle is 120 degrees. Incomplete octet acts as a more reactive intermediate. So simple. On homolytic cleavage we will get a carbon radical. These are the properties of carbon radical. So now we will discuss about a stability and types of carbon radical. Simply here this carbon radical having a 3 bond pairs. So based on these substituents, if one alkyl group substituent and 2 hydrogens are there, that is called a primary free radical. 2 alkyl groups are called secondary free radical, and 3 alkyl groups called tertiary free radical. So we will discuss about that. So may I remove this? So here coming to the types of a basic, a major classification. Here the carbon which having a 1 alkyl group and 2 hydrogens with a radical. This is called a primary carbon radical. So here instead of R I am just representing CH3. This is a carbon group. Now coming to the secondary carbon radical. Here this carbon bonded to 2 carbon groups, that is alkyl groups, and 1 hydrogen with a radical. This is called a 2 degree, means secondary carbon radical. Now coming to that carbon which having a 3 alkyl groups, CH3 radical. So this is called a tertiary 3 degree carbon radical. These are the common classification. If around the carbon, if all are hydrogens are called, that is called a methyl radical, that is called a methyl radical. Simple here, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen and a radical. This is called a methyl radical. Methyl radical is a primary radical, primary carbon radical, secondary carbon radical, tertiary carbon radical. So now coming to the stability order of these carbon radicals. So according to hyperconjugation, so what is hyperconjugation, what is inductive effect, what is resonance, we have other video, you just do watch that videos, then this topic become very easy. So according to hyperconjugation, the carbon radical which having a more hyperconjugative forms become more stable. Simple here, the shifting of a carbon to hydrogen, that means which carbon, this is a reference carbon, from this is this carbon, first carbon called alpha carbon. So here we have 3 alpha carbons. So on each alpha carbon we have 3 hydrogens, that means 9 hydrogens we have. So that 9 hydrogens are called alpha hydrogens. Simple, this carbon to hydrogen, see here I am taking one of these hydrogens, this carbon to hydrogen, this bond get cleave homolytically and we will get a radical, and this radical hydrogen shifts here, then we will get radical around this carbon, this is called a hyperconjugation. So each hydrogen participating in hyperconjugation, that is called one hyperconjugative form. So overall how many hydrogens are there, we have a 3, 6, 9, 9 hyperconjugative forms are there. So each hyperconjugative form stabilizes that carbon radical, like that 9 hyperconjugative forms are there, then the carbon radical stabilizes very highly. So here number of hyperconjugative forms, increases, stability of carbon radical increases, So simple here, this alpha hydrogen shift to this carbon radical, then this carbon gets a free radical, like 3 hydrogens here, 3 hydrogens here, 3 hydrogens here, 9 hydrogens are participating in a hyperconjugation. So 9 hyperconjugative forms exist here. Coming to this secondary carbon radical, we have 3 hydrogens here, 3 hydrogens here, that means 6 alpha hydrogens are there, 6 hyperconjugative forms possible in this secondary carbon radical. Now coming to that primary carbon radical, we have 3 alpha hydrogens are there, 3 hyperconjugative forms possible in this primary carbon radical. So according to hyperconjugation, number of hyperconjugative forms increases, stability of carbon radical increases. So based on that, which is more stable, tertiary is more stable than secondary is more stable than primary is more stable than simple methyl radical. So what is the stability order? Stability order of carbon radical, that is tertiary carbon radical is more stable than secondary carbon radical is more stable than primary carbon radical, then methyl carbon radical. So no need of that, tertiary, secondary, primary, this is the order of stability of carbon radical. So hope you understand well how formation of carbon radical and its common properties and its stability order. So now we will discuss identifying a carbon radical by taking some examples. So may I remove this? Here I am taking an examples. So which radical is primary, secondary or tertiary? So by doing this exercise, it's somewhat more easy to identify which carbon radical is exist in a molecule. Here I am taking, this is a radical, here the radical, so this is the radical, this is the radical, this is a radical, and this is a radical. Now see here, what about the first molecule? First molecule, this carbon exists as a free radical. So this carbon bonded to two CH2s, CH2 here and a CH2 here, one hydrogen is here. So obviously this carbon radical is secondary carbon radical. Two carbons are bonded to this carbon, one more is hydrogen, secondary carbon radical. And here also this carbon bonded to CH2 and CH3. So this is also secondary carbon radical and another one is hydrogen. Now here itself based on the carbon bonds, here we have one hydrogen and remaining two groups are CH3 and here CH. So based on the carbon bonds, it's a secondary carbon radical. But common classification of this carbon radical by observing a whole molecule. So here this carbon radical bonded to sp2 carbon, the group or element which directly bonded to sp2 carbon called a vinyl group. So here radical is bonded to this sp2 carbon, vinyl carbon radical. Now coming to this molecule, here we have a radical. This is a CH2 and a CH3. So itself based on a number of carbons, it is a secondary carbon radical. But coming to that common classification by observing whole molecule, see here a double bond is here. This is a sp2 carbon bonded to sp3 carbon. So this sp3 carbon bonded to that carbon radical. The group or element which bonded to sp3, that sp3 is bonded to sp2. If the molecule exists in this way, that is called a allyl group. Allyl group means the group or element which bonded to sp3 is adjacent to sp2, that is called allyl. So here carbon radical bonded to the allyl, so allyl radical. Now coming to that next molecule, that is next example. See here this carbon bonded to CH3, here we have another CH3, here we have a CH2. So this carbon bonded to three carbons, it's become a tertiary free radical. Now here CH3 CH2 bonded to CH2 and a radical. So this carbon bonded to only one CH2 and remaining two are hydrogens with a free radical, that is called a primary radical. So this is the common classification of radical and its formation and its stability orders. So hope you understand well. Subscribe the channel, share, like, comment and hit the bell icon so that you will get latest video lectures. Thank you.